Coach, I know this team doesn't ever take anything for granted, but it does seem like you're playing with a certain newfound confidence, being able to execute this .5 mentality at an even higher level. Where is the confidence level of your locker room right now?
It's just it's in our preparation, making sure every game we lock into the details and go out with the spirit of playing together, playing hard, competing for 48 minutes.
Herb Jones, we talked about his amazing defensive effort versus the Jazz. Versus the Nuggets, he's had some really fantastic offensive performances. What is it about this matchup for him?
I just think he plays within himself. There are certain teams that, you know, defensively he's locked in on based on the matchups. There are certain teams that, you know, I think offensively he just has more of a rhythm. And so tonight, you know, the Nuggets are a good team, well coached by Mike Malone and his staff. Arguably an MVP candidate in Jokic, so it's going to be a test for us, but we're looking forward to it.
Watching the conditioning game kind of jogged me on this one, Coach, but can you just talk about the job that your assistants are doing right now and your player development coaches? I mean, they're so involved on a day in and day out basis and maybe not getting the credit that they deserve.
They're fantastic. Without the collective group, like you said, Graf, assistant coaches, our training staff, medical staff, performance team, all, you know, doing their parts, you know, our team doesn't get better. And so we're really thankful for all the folks that play a role in this because it's really a team effort.
Now, speaking of roles, your bench has really performed well since the All-Star break. Would you attribute that to maybe guys knowing pretty much what their role is and getting a little bit more comfortable in that sense?
Definitely. I think it's more to do with just establishing the rotations. After the trade, things were a little funky, just trying to figure those things out. But I think we got something going, and you know we'll continue to lean on those guys because they come in and they do a great job for us.
Coach, how difficult is it when you have two centers who are just completely opposite players in Jokic and DeMarcus Cousins? What kind of problems does that present?
It definitely presents problems, but I actually don't think that they're as. I think they have more similarities. You know, they both are extremely talented and have a high IQ in terms of you put the ball in their hands, they become point guards. DeMarcus will make the right plays. Jokic is making the right plays. They both can step back and shoot the three, and they're both guys that can take you down low and punish you. And so they present challenges no matter what. Difference or similarities, and you know we have to be on our A game tonight.
Since you made the move to put Herb at the 2 and Jackson at the 4, how much do you think that added length and athleticism has helped the defense?
Well, I'll continue to reiterate that we just feel like it gives us the best opportunity to start the games, and Jackson and Herb both have been really good in those roles. We'll continue to go with it, and if we see something that we need to adjust to, we'll look at it as a staff and do that. But we like what we see. We definitely feel like we're longer, we're athletic, and we can cover more ground.
And just with Jackson, where have you kind of seen his development on the offensive end this season as his role is growing?
He's picking his spots, and that's the key for him. You know, he's out there with guys that draw a lot of attention, and he's the recipient of just being in the right spots, making the right plays, keeping the game simple. And I like the fact that he's also attacking the basket and making plays himself.
All right, we'll go to Zoom.
Hey, Willie, we've been talking all season about the importance of turning stops into scores. Just how encouraged are you by that aspect coming out of the All-Star break of just, you know, getting stops in the defensive and that leading to offense?
Very encouraged. I believe that if we can get stops, if we can create 5 to 10 more stops a game, whatever that may be, that gives us more opportunities on the offensive end. And you guys know in this league, you got to be able to get stops down the stretch of games. So it's important for us. It's something that we're working on, and we have more work in front of us, but we're happy with where things are at this moment.
Hi, Coach. One of your players, Gary Clark, started the season with the G League's Capitanes from Mexico City. What are your thoughts on this effort by the NBA to keep expanding its borders and just the opportunities they are providing for Latin American basketball?
I think it's great. Basketball is universal, and it's a sport that people around the world gravitate to, and it brings people together, more importantly. So wherever we can, be, whatever country that basketball can be in, I think it's just great for the game.
Thank you.
Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well. What type of challenge for you guys is that game against the Nuggets defensive-wise?
Can you say that again, please?
What type of challenge for you is that game against the Nuggets defensive-wise? How you approach that game, and what is the biggest challenge for you?
Well, the biggest challenge is that they're one of the better teams in the league, and they're spearheaded by Jokic. Monte Morris is steady as a point guard. Will Barton can put up numbers in a hurry. Aaron Gordon, I can go down the list, but this team is really good. They don't beat themselves, and so we got to make sure we pay attention to Jokic because he creates a ton of offense for this team.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.